Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Quick match reaction to the Man City Liverpool game. Ended 2-2 at the Etihad. Mainly billed as the title decider. 1 point gap going into the game. Yeah, 2-2. Crazy, crazy game. A lot of action. You could feel the tension as well as you're watching it. Um, in the end, 2-2. Man City took the lead very early on. De Bruyne getting a goal, especially after Sterling had just missed a tap in. The Liverpool full back through Jota, who equalised through Trent assist. Then Man City went back ahead. To be fair, they dominated the first half. Jesus made it 2-1 going into half time. And then started the second half, very, very sloppy start for Man City, losing the ball. And then Liverpool capitalised. Salah, great through ball. To Mane, great finish, 2-2. And that's how it ended. Is that how it should have ended? Obviously, then Morris at the post from a free kick. Morris has that crazy chance at the end where he tries to chip it. To be fair, I'll analyze that chance a bit more in detail. Jesus had one where he shot near post when he should have shot back post or squared it. Sterling had that goal offside, which was super marginal, super marginal. Um, Jota also had a chance. But to be fair, overall, I think anyone who watched that game will say that City deserved to win. Um, but in the end, I think it's in a funny way. Um, the fact that City are not as ruthless as Liverpool was shown today, because Liverpool, I think, proper chances they had probably three. Jota's chance, it was a bit difficult for him, but it's a chance. So you say Liverpool had three chances, City had more than that, which they should have taken. So at the end of the day, if you ask me, if Liverpool get that chance that Mars did at the end, doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Salah, Mane, Jota, Diaz, you just get the feeling that whoever it was would have taken it. City are just not as clinical as Liverpool. They play better football. Both fixtures this season, Man City have played better in both fixtures. Um, but at the end of the day, two draws. And now we're going to go into the final 7 games with a 1 point gap. And while City looked to have the more favourable running, I just feel like that's a good result for Liverpool. To leave there, you didn't play your best at all. You should have lost, but you walk away with a 2-2, keep the 1 point. I think that's a good result for Liverpool. For City, it'll be frustrating, but you got to take your chances. That's the name of the game. It's not always about who plays the best football. It's who scores the goals. Um, so yeah, in terms of stand-up performances, I thought Cancelo was brilliant at left back, especially first half. Caused so many problems for Liverpool um, going forward. He did dealt with Salah well overall. Second half, he had a 10-minute spell where he was struggling with Salah. Um, but overall, he done very well. Cancelo was very good. I thought Edison. I'll get on to player ratings in a minute because I wasn't happy with how Edison played. But for Rodri was very composed in the middle. For Bernardo Silva was okay. He had good moments up and down. Um, Jesus was a threat. Um, Jesus was a threat for sure. Foden was very quiet for City. Sterling, I thought was awful. I thought Sterling was awful. I see why he put him in through the middle for the speed and for the runs because he's got very good runs. But in terms of his actual performance, Sterling was very bad. Um, and yeah, you look at that City team and you put someone like Haaland today, where Sterling was. There's no doubt for me that they win the game. Um, and then De Bruyne, best player on the pitch. Um, yeah, best player on the pitch, comfortably, I think overall. And yeah, De Bruyne was brilliant. As for Liverpool stand-up performances, I thought Thiago was very good. He kept a level head. I thought Van Dijk started shaky, but he grew into the game. especially second half. Um, Trent got an assist defensively. He was a bit suspect, um, especially first half. He was suspect. I thought Jota scored all around play, poor. Salah very quiet first half. Second half, he had a good, I'd say, 10-15 minute spell where he was dangerous. Got a good assist, very good assist. Um, but overall, he was maybe average. If you raise overall performance average, I thought Mane was good in terms of how the front three. He was the one that actually kind of kept the ball the most. He was going back a lot, but obviously when you're up against Kyle Walker, it's going to be hard to beat him for speed. Um, but when the moment came, he caught Kyle Walker napping in behind goal. So yeah, um, it was a very intense game, very intense game of football. You could see there was a lot at stake. Um, so it will be interesting because I know City, I think, have Wolves away next, which is a tough game, tough game. Um, Whereas Liverpool, I think their next game, I need to double check what their next game is. I don't think it's United at home. If it is, that's a dub. Um, but yeah, I don't feel like Liverpool's next game is as hard as Wolves away. And overall, Liverpool probably do have the harder running, but their harder games are at home. And Liverpool at home are very difficult to stop. Just because the crowd, the way they press, they're very clinical, they're very efficient. You saw it today, like like I feel like I feel like Liverpool only had like 5 or 6 shots, but anytime they did, they looked a threat. Um, hey, my guy Demo. Hey, bro, listen, if you're about, jump on the stream. I'll send you the link. Just let me know. But yeah, man, hope you're good, my guy. That game, yeah, bro. For you, especially as a Liverpool fan, um, yeah, uh, yeah. City should have won. For being honest, City should have won. But like I said, you gotta take your chances in football. Gotta take your chances. Um, gotta take your chances. But yeah, that's a very fair and honest assessment. Um, yeah, it's just De Bruyne had a chance first halfway. She dragged in the near post. Cancelo near post. Sterling almost got on the end of a cross. Um, yeah, there were chances there for City. There was the one where Rodri simple header cross was folded for what's it called? For I think Stones to tap in. City had chances, I can't lie. Thiago quality in the first half. By the way, subscribe to the Nipples podcast. Big them up, man. I hope Pete's good as well. Thiago quality second half. Thiago's one of the few guys in Liverpool that showed composure. And smash the likes, people. Smash the likes. Would I have finished that Morris chance? Probably not, but what that Morris chance for me, the idea that he had after the boy slipped him through, because the boy very clever in that situation, knew Fabinho couldn't tackle, so he took the touch to put him on his left side, knowing that he could play the ball on his left side, pull Morris through. And then Morris saw the way that Van Dijk was coming, so he knew that Van Dijk had the momentum coming towards him. So then Morris had the right idea, quick touch inside and shoot. That's what I think Morris actually. I believe Morris actually wanted to do the action in 2 touches, but because his first touch was bad, he needed a second touch, which wasn't a shot, which was actually a touch, and that second touch was also bad. And then, but however, despite all that, someone with Morris's ability still had a good enough angle at that point to get a shot on target. You can't miss the target. There's 2 finishes you do. For me, I still think he should have gone with a curled finish but aimed at the near post to give the reverse. But also with how far Allison was out, it's just a pad. It's a bad chip. It's a bad chip. Um, yeah, I just feel like the idea he had in his mind was perfect. Um, the idea Morris had in his mind was perfect, but the execution, I feel like every touch, first touch, not perfect enough. Second touch, still stuck under his feet a bit, and then the execution of the chip, not good enough. So yeah, if you're a Liverpool, that's the title right there for me. He scores that. Um, the title's done. Now, like I said, for me, it's a good point for Liverpool. Just personally, I think when you should lose a game like that, and you don't away from home, 7 games left, 1 point gap. I'm taking it. Um, who is your Liverpool man of the match? Assuming City was KDB. Yeah, KDB was man of the match. Full stop. Liverpool man of the match. I'll probably say Thiago. I'm gonna do player ratings, but I'll probably say Thiago was my Liverpool man of the match. I actually thought there were a lot of sloppy performances for Liverpool. Like that's why for me 2-2 is such a. That's why you also kind of see as well that Liverpool are a very great team. Well, for me, they're not as good as City, but to go away for City in a game where you have City's undivided attention, not play your best, and get a draw when City plays very good, that tells you you're a top team. Mane's build-up play was. I agree. I thought Mane was the best of the front three. To be honest, I thought he was the best of the front three. A lot of people said he was going back, but that was kind of what Liverpool needed. They needed to go back sometimes to go forward. They needed to just retain the ball. Like I was seeing Jota dropping deep, simple passes, just passing it straight to Man City players. Like his link-up play has got so. I don't know. I don't know about Jota, man. Like he scores goals, shout him out, but all around play, don't get me started on that because I swear I'll just go mad. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're also yeah, to be fair, I'm gonna get. You know what? I'm seeing people talking about Edison. I'm gonna get onto Edison in the player ratings. Um, but I'm gonna get onto Edison in the player ratings, but in fact, you know what? Let me do smash the likes, people. Smash the likes. Um, but you know what? Let me do that now. Let me do the player ratings because Edison. Let me start with Edison. I thought from the first minute I could tell he was on nonsense. Just the way he was ball rolling the ball, like he wasn't being pressed. Um, he had chances to do easy passes, but he want to dilly dally on it because he wants a touch. The one where he almost ended up scoring an own goal because his touch was so bad, and he made it look like he was so relaxed. Um, Start of the second half, Man City had kickoff. De Bruyne plays it to him. Take your time. Just keep the ball. Nah, you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm just going to whack it to the other side for no reason. Give it to Alisson. Liverpool end up scoring, make it 2-2. And then for Jota's goal, in my opinion, I don't know what happened there. It looked to me like he should have done better. That's to me looking at it firsthand. I said, "Oh, something doesn't look right about that goal." I know it hit his body, but and you could say, did he dive past it? But for me, still question marks for that goal. So if I'm rating Edison, I gotta give him a 5. He was just annoying today. He just like yeah, he was just annoying. I mean, because apart from the Jota one second off, which he should have saved, what other shots on target did Liverpool have? I'm even trying to think. They had the Trent shot first half on the halfway line, but you can't take that seriously. Um, yeah, apart from that, Liverpool didn't really have a shot. Like so, yeah, Edison 5. Cal Walker, his pace is a cheat code. Cal Walker's pace is a cheat code because so many times Liverpool try to play money in, and you could tell it was subconscious. Like, boom, there's a space in behind money. We'll get that. Then they realize, oh crap, it's Cal Walker. Maybe not. Um, So Kyle Walker's speed is a cheat code. Going forward, he's not the best. He does a job for City, just keeps the ball moving. Um, However, Kyle Walker will always give you a chance. Got caught sleeping for Liverpool's second goal. Why are you out of position? The ball's on the other side of the pitch. One of the basic rules that you know as a fullback, if the ball's on the other side of the pitch, You tuck in if you don't have the ball. You tuck in on the right side of your centre back, so you stop that run from happening. You got caught sleeping for half a second. That's all it takes. Salah plays money in 2-2. So for that mistake, I got to dock him. So I'm gonna give him a six. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 because he did stop a lot of Liverpool's attacks with his pace. John Stones, decent performance. I'm gonna give him a six. Laporte again, decent six. Cancelo, Cancelo. I'm tempted to give him an eight because he was fantastic first half. Second half, he struggled a bit more against Salah, but I'm gonna give him 7.5. I'm gonna give Cancelo 7.5. I thought Roger was very good. I'll give him a seven. Very composed in that middle. Kept the ball really well. Never panicked. Hardly made a foul. Um, so I'll give Roger a seven. Very good performance from him. Bernardo Silva, 5.5. Six. Let me give him a six. Like he carried the ball well at times as he always does. Some of his passing though at key times wasn't what you expect from Bernardo Silva, like at opportune times. Um, so that's why I'll give him a six. Like he was nowhere near as good as he was in the first fixture back in October, November, when they drew 2-2 at Anfield, where he ran the show. But today he was okay. Had good moments, some down moments for his standards. So for his standards, I'll give him a six. De Bruyne, I'm tempted to give him a nine. I mean, he got the goal. Like his decision making was like De Bruyne's one of those guys that if you play a high line, he will 9 times out of 10 he'll play the right pass and the right way. Um, and that's what you saw today, right foot and left foot. One part of De Bruyne's game that stepped on as well is his ability to run with the ball. He's actually deceptively quick with it. He's got a decent drop with the shoulder. Um, so for me, I thought De Bruyne was fantastic. So yeah, I'll give De Bruyne a nine, 8.5. Either one, people agree or disagree with me. I'm giving him. He's my man of the match. If you think someone else should have got man of the match, let me know. But I think De Bruyne was my personal man of the match. Um, from three for Man City, Jesus. Now you see, this is the thing. Like that's where you gotta rate Pep, because when you got Jesus and Sterling, you're front three, like, and you could potentially win the league. You gotta rate it. Like Jesus is playing right wing and he's a striker. He was a threat. Don't get me wrong. Made some good runs and behind, kept the ball well at times, got a good goal, good finish. But there's still times you look at him just like, no, just not at that elite level. I feel like the game as well showed that it's not about having elite players all over the pitch. The systems are so good that it enables these players to have the opportunities to shine. Um, but Jesus, I'll give him a 6.5. Um, Foden, I thought was very. I know people have really been bigging up Foden's season this year. I think he's been good, but he hasn't been. He's had some moments, but I don't think Foden's been anywhere near as good as people want to make out. For me personally, like I like Foden as a player. I think he's very super talented, but I think this season he hasn't been anywhere near as good as people claim he has. He's been good, but no more than that. And today he was very quiet, very very quiet. Yeah, just hardly saw him. Yeah, decent ball retention, good ball retention at times, but I need a bit more from you than just ball retention, bro. I need you to look dangerous. I need you to play cute passes in between the lines. I need you, yeah, to like set the tempo. I don't need you to like always just be coming back playing into midfield. Like, yeah, if you want to do that, calm. I'll give him a six. Sterling, Sterling. I don't know, man. Like, he must be one of the few players who has scored as many goals as he does, but he might have a catalogue of misses that's as big as how many he scored. Like, genuinely, hand on heart, whoever people watching right now, When he missed that chance first half, that tapping, who was surprised? Let's all be honest. Who was surprised Sterling missed that? Like, I don't know, man. Sterling is a good player. Never been world class for me. He's a good player, but some of his hold up play was okay, decent. That part second half where he ran in behind and just gave the ball back to Van Dijk like he was scared was weird. He scored a goal. Again, to me, VAR, I don't know what part of his body was off. If it's the arm, you can't score with your arm. So they got to scrap that rule. Because they said before, you can't be offside with a part of your arm, with a part of your body you can't score with, which makes sense. Cool, fair enough. But now it's any part. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Uh, but yeah, Sterling, I'll give him a 5. I might even be being kind there. He could get a 4. I thought he was dreadful, but I'll give Sterling a 5. Um, Let me be kind today. Morris came on. He actually was decent when he came on. Some lovely touches. But that miss is just. I got to dock him to 5 just for that miss. It's just mad. It's just mad. It's just Yeah, I'll give him 5 just for that miss. Morris actually did pretty well, so it might be harsh. Smash the likes people, but yeah. Yeah, the miss was crazy. I'll give Morris a 5. Liverpool now, Allison. I don't think Allison was bad. Um, I thought he made some decent saves. In fact, let me think. Did he have saves to me? Yes, he obviously saved the Sterling one. Obviously, Jesus had one cleared off the line second half. Didn't really have a chance with either City goal. City missed the target quite low when they should have been hitting the target. But I thought overall Ellison was good enough. I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I'll give Ellison a 6 out of 10. Trent got an assist. Quite a lot of sloppy passing. Today he lost the ball a lot. Positionally, very sleepy. Very sleepy. Almost as if like he relies on the offside trap too much. Like as if you think anytime the ball's played is offside. Not understanding that he's playing against intelligent players who will know how to time their run. So obviously that's how he got caught out for the second goal, and a lot of City's attacks first half were coming down Trent's side. Um, so I thought we had a below par game. Because I gave, you know what, I'm gonna bring Sterling down to a 4, and I'm gonna give Trent a 4. I think overall he got the assist, but overall I think I'll give Trent a 4. He was better second half, but overall, yeah, I think he was just if average is 5, I think he was just below average. Um, yeah, I might need to come back to transfer. Matip again, he was okay. He was okay, like a bit shaky to start with, like the whole Liverpool team. I'll probably give him a 6. I'll probably give Matip a 6. Van Dijk, I might give him a 6.5 because I feel like Van Dijk got better second half. Um, Especially when you look at that Sterling chance. It was technically a 2-on-1 as De Bruyne was running up to it. And usually, when you got that much space in behind and you got Sterling, you're thinking it's a wrap. Sterling's going to get a clear chance. But Van Dijk kind of baited De Bruyne to play the pass, which was a good pass, knowing Sterling ain't going to do nothing because I'm going to recover. And once it's 1-on-1, Sterling ain't got no left foot. He's going to want to come in on his right. I'm just going to take the ball off him. So that's where you saw Van Dijk's value there for me. So I'll give him 6.5. Robertson, I thought he was better than Trent, but then he also got quite a few times, to be honest. See, were dangerous on both flanks. Didn't create his usual amount going forward, so I'll probably give Robertson a 5. Probably give Robertson a 5. Um, Lewis says Fabinho deserves a 10 for leaving one in on Foden and then on KDB in the same passage of play. Memories on Martinelli. They got Martinelli, man. They got Arsenal disgracing themselves. Fabinho, I thought was awful. I thought Fabinho was awful. Hardly made any good tackles. Was getting bypassed, poor passing, didn't command the game. I'll give him a three. I thought he was one of the worst players on the pitch. I'll give Fabinho a three. Very, very game unlike him. So I'll give Fabinho a 3 out of 10. Um, Henderson, his running mate, I also thought Henderson was very poor. Like ran around a lot, but passing was poor. Um, just didn't help out Trent as much as he normally does. Didn't make those overlaps for Salah, but then again, Liverpool didn't really dominate the ball like that. Maybe that's why, but I don't know. I thought Henderson was very poor. Very poor. I'll give him a three as well. I'll give him a three. Thiago for me, I'll give him a seven. I'll give Thiago a seven, 6 or 7, because I thought Thiago, City could never rush him. Even when he was pressed very quickly, City couldn't. Thiago, like at the end of the day, when you have quality and IQ, it's very hard to be rushed. And Thiago said, "Bro, you man can rush me. You man rush me. I'll pop it back, and I'm gonna make that movement. I'm gonna get it back in a second. I'm popping it." That's how he created Liverpool's first goal. Ball, quick shimmy, boom, mad switch, Trent. The play builds up from there. So for me, I thought Thiago was brilliant for Liverpool, their best player. I'll give him a seven. I thought he was very good. Moving to the front three, Salah. First half, poor, if I'm being honest. He's never going to get involved in the game too much. But you do still hope to see more. He's not in the best run of form at the moment, um, which has maybe impacted him. But yeah, he was very poor first half. Second half, excellent assist. Um, yeah, excellent assist. Like the weight of the pass was perfect. And then he had a good 10, 15 minute spell where he beat Cancelo once. I think after that, Cancelo clamped him, but he definitely beat Cancelo once. He just started to look more dangerous, more active. I think getting the assist boosted his confidence naturally as it would. So he was more involved. If I had to give him an overall score, what I give Salah? Uh, I'll give him a 6 because uh, 5.5, 6. He should probably get a 6 because of the assist. But his first half performance still has to count as well. 5.5, 6. You don't make the decision. I thought, yeah, 5.5, 5.5. Um, we got my brother Leon in the building saying Sterling and laying us Jamaicans down with that performance. Job bomb, bro. It's great, bro. Yeah. Second half was calm from Salah, 7 for Salah. Yeah, but that's the thing about calm is not good enough to get a 7. 7 means you've played very well. Like you can't be poor first half and then have a good 15-minute spell second half and get a 7. Like that's not enough. Especially some people will say he's the best in the world. I feel like if they still if you still feel like that, surely his standards have to be a bit higher. Um, but again, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's why if I 6, I'm not mad with because there's quality of the assist. At the end of the day, you got a point. Um, for me, I think it's just hard to give. I'm definitely not going to give him a 7. Max, I'll give Salah as a 6. For me, it's hard because I didn't think any Liverpool player was as good as Thiago, and I give Thiago a 7, unless I'm underplaying Thiago and maybe he should get higher. But um, man, like he likes the hustle. Big up my brother. Hope you're good. Salah's crap. Listen, I know some people have been killing Salah today, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know, like people seem surprised. Like um, think about his montage. The outside the boot pass to Jota was a very basic pass. Like I'm sorry if you don't if you get rigs for playing that pass, then I don't know. And I only remember him beating Cancelo once. Like we beat him from the outside and then someone came in. Outside of that, I don't remember him beating Cancelo. And then Cancelo clamped him like good 2 or 3 times, and then skilled him up as well. Um, So yeah, definitely not. You can't get 7 because you did 2 passes and then you beat your man once. Like it's crazy. Um, but yeah, I'd say 6 is fair because the pass to Mane was fantastic. The way of the pass, like he gave Mane nothing to worry about except making the sure the finish was good. So I'll give Salah 6 for the assist. In that case, then I'm going to give Mane a 6.5. I didn't think anyone was as good as Thiago. I thought Mane had the best. Because you see, the thing with Liverpool is that when you go with that front three of Mane, Jota, and Salah, there's very little ball retention in the front areas. They're not really that interested in coming deep to link the play. They're more interested in running behind. Natural thoughts are all to running behind and score, as opposed to getting other people involved. Obviously, that works against most teams because Liverpool dominate the ball so much. But today, when they were actually under the cosh for most of the game, they needed more outlets. And I feel like Mane took on that mantle to just keep the ball at times. Um, so yeah, I thought Mane was good. Also, brilliant finish. No doubt, slotted it, calm. Um, so yeah, I'll give Mane a 6.5. I thought it was good. I thought Mane was good. People might disagree. I thought Mane was good. Jota, I mean, this guy is just he does so many things wrong, but he scores. So many just if you get a montage of some of the stuff he did today in terms of link up play, it's outrageous how bad it is. I'm talking about time and space, just giving the ball away to the other team. But ego is goal. So for that, he wasn't as good as Salah. I'll give him 5.5 because he got a goal. Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea as a footballer. Yeah, people know when Arsenal had Aubameyang how I felt. So listen, John, let him live, bro. Listen, man. Some of these footballers these days are just, ugh, my God. Uh, Big up my brother KD in the building. Hope you're blessed, brother. Boy, serious convos might have to be had at the end of the season about Liverpool's number 11. Well, that's Salah. What you say, KD? All right, listen, everyone's coming out about Salah. It's not even me. That's mad. KD, what are you telling me about Salah? What are you saying? What are you saying, bro? What are you saying? Tell me what you're thinking, bro. John hates stats. We to relegate you. I mean, Joe gets not. Listen, I gave Joe a 5.5, and he had an atrocious performance. I don't think I can be more generous than that. I'm not going to give a guy 6 because of your job in the team is to score. That's Jota's role in the team. Liverpool don't even ask him if Jota has a game where he links up the play. Liverpool's players will all be like, "That's a bonus. We'll take that as a bonus from him." He's done his job in the team. We live in a more than ever system-based era where every facet of the team has their specific job to do. Jota's job is to score. That's what he did. So I can't give Jota more than 5.5 when outside of the goal, you were basically outside of the goal, Jota was almost playing defensive midfield for Man City. That's how good he was at stopping Liverpool's attacks. It was like they had a double pivot Man City of Rodri and Jota. So like no, 5.5. I ain't even trying to hit any more higher than that. Like, nah, for sure. Um, send me the link if you say no for a bit, bro. Yeah, we'll send you the link, my boy. We'll send you the link. Salah had a good second half, in my opinion. Was a threat. Yeah, I agree. He was a threat second half. That's why overall I gave him a 6. I don't know, maybe a 6 is not fair. I thought I think a 6 overall is fair because he had a poor first half, good assist, and yeah. But smash the likes, people. Smash the likes. We need to get to at least 10 likes on this. Um, but yeah, I think Jeff is jumping on through. Big up Jeff. Smash the like. We need to get to at least 10 likes. My man is having a Harry Kane season in reverse, talking about Salah. I mean, listen, Listen, I wouldn't go that far, but I try to tell people that what happened between October to December for Salah was a purple patch. I know people now want to cuss him. Big up, Jeff. What are you telling me, bro?
All good, my dog. How are you, man?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. No, I was just talking about Salah because I'm noticing a few people are going in on him in the chat. Uh,
Yeah,
seems like people have been waiting to get onto him.
I'd say the same thing.
Um, but yeah, I felt like today, like he had a poor first half, but I actually felt like second half he was decent. Like
Hmm.
he impacted the game without scoring, which I
Yeah,
liked.
yeah.
And like I said, I thought his pass to Mane was fantastic. But um, what did you make of his performance? Like,
It's more this kind of what you said. Like first half, he was kind of non-existent. I felt like Liverpool kind of were, apart
yeah,
from with the exception of Thiago.
yeah,
Like Thiago, like whenever he gets on the ball and he starts to spray it, he changes the game.
yeah,
But
he did.
without that, Salah and Mane are they're not the most creative of players. Like they kind of need the Trents of the world and like the diversions for them to have the real impact. So
Yeah,
his first half he was not very good. He was
yeah,
kind of just in limbo. Like Cancelo had him under lock and key on manners for that first half, and
yeah,
then I think the second half he started to like drop off a little bit, spin
yeah,
Cancelo quite a few times, just change up the game. It's just veteran play, to be honest. You know something's not working, you know how to get it going again.
yeah.
So he started to like if I'm not mistaken, like to me, Cancelo is he's one of the best attacking fullbacks. But just like Trent, he has his own defensive frailties, if not more.
I think Cancelo's a worse defender than Trent.
Yeah, like even when the way Salah took on Cancelo, like the one time that stands out in my head, I was
It
just
was
looking at that. You don't challenge like this, my boy. Like
oh,
this is not making. Like, you just dived in and got
you just
spun. Like
dived in and said, "Fuck it, like, go past me."
yep. And then if I'm not mistaken, one you see the Salah shot when they should have had a corner. Was it
Yes,
him again where
it was
he
him
spun?
again. It was him
It's
again. He
like
just let him go. Just
it's
let
like,
him
bro, you
go.
know where he's going, but you made
Yeah,
it so easy. Like
so easy, man.
he didn't even really drop a shoulder on you. He
He
just
didn't.
came inside and shot.
He just came inside
So
and shot, man.
so yeah, man. Like his second half was good. I think six and a half is probably the right thing because
I gave him
first
a
half,
six. I gave him
yeah,
six.
yeah, which kind of makes sense because his first half is bro, it's probably a four.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and the second
Second
half
half,
you could max
seven.
this seven and a half. I'd say, like
Yeah,
him and Mane were the Salah and Mane of old. I guess in second half they were just a threat. Mane in particular, I think Mane was probably the best player second half. Like Thiago was their best player overall to me.
yeah.
Um, that he's a special kind of player, man.
He is, man.
It may not show in the stats and whatever
The
people like to
stats.
look at, but you just have to watch him. Like that's one of those things where it's just the art to it, man. You just have to watch him to see what he does. Like tackling wise, yeah, we know he's terrible. Like he's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah,
He's lucky.
yeah.
He was lucky to be on the pitch, if I'm
He was
honest.
lucky not to be red carded. He should have been sent
Yeah,
off. He
he was
should have
very
been
lucky.
sent off. He
Because
should have been sent off.
there was a yellow which it took like 5 minutes to happen, and then just a minute before that he made a foul, and then after that it was
Yes.
another foul. It's like, yeah, you need to learn how to tackle. This is bad, or don't
Yeah,
tackle.
exactly,
One of
man.
the
But
two.
yeah, man, obviously we got six people in the building. Smash the likes. Let's get to 10 likes. And
Ooh, think you're frozen, bro. But yeah, I think John's frozen. So yeah, man. I actually can't see the comments, but I'm sure you guys have like caught up on the game. But what did you make of the game? And do you think Salah's recent criticism is warranted? Because I guess, like to me, I'll just speak on my opinion on it. Um, you could say like Salah in November, he was talks of him being the best player in the world. So it's kind of been a sharp U-turn in a few months. And granted, his form hasn't been the best, but I don't think it warrants the criticism. Like I know people will say, "Oh, like he hasn't. It's only been he hasn't scored an open play since January or something, right?" But in terms of just being a threat, he's still a threat for Liverpool. He's still a great outlet. Um, it's just, I guess, his performance. It's hard for your performances to stay at that level for the entire season. Like I know we're kind of used to seeing it from him, but it is hard for it to happen. Like you can't perform at a 9.5 all season. So I feel like what's kind of happened is it maybe was overstated earlier in the season of how good his form was, and now to regulate it, it's been a complete U-turn, and now it's just complete assassination of the guy. It's just like you gotta keep it, you gotta do it another way. I think like his
You talking
form,
about Salah?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because
I knew. Yeah.
I feel like earlier in the season we were saying that on form he was the best player in the world at that time. Not that even that is we probably should just eradicate that because
Yeah,
it's problematic more than it doesn't help.
yeah.
When you say someone's the best on form right now, that can change in a month.
But
So
in a week, bro.
yeah, in a week. So I'm probably me personally. I'm gonna stop using that
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense. I think
I can't lie to you, Jeff. Yeah, I don't know if you called the
mm.
PSG highlights yesterday.
The
Uh,
6-1 or something, right?
yeah. I can't
Yeah.
lie. I think right now the way he's playing,
Hmm.
I'm comfortable just to say Mbappe's the best in the world. Not even on a
Yeah.
right now thing. Just the how he's moving is obviously Benzema's close,
Hmm.
very close.
Yeah.
But I think Mbappe's just moving like he's just the best. Where you look at him and you just say, you know what, it doesn't matter what league you're in, you're just the best.
Mm. Well, I'm inclined to agree. He's there to the throne, isn't it? Really, it's
Yeah,
it's it's kind of going the way it should go. Like Messi
yeah,
is 35 in June, Cristiano Ronaldo is 37,
yeah,
Lewandowski is 33, 34. Same with
yeah,
Benzema. Like this is
yeah,
just the natural cycle. Like
yeah.
this boy's been a killer since 18.
18. Killer from day one. Mbappe's been a killer from day one. Smash lights, people. Yeah, killer from
Yeah,
day
man.
one.
The
Killer
scary
from day one.
thing is he's you could consider him, I guess, a veteran at the top level,
Yeah,
and he's got maybe 10 years to go.
yeah, yeah.
That's the scary thing.
That's the scary thing. Katie's saying if I speak on that number 66 getting cooked by Cancelo, you talk about Trent.
Yeah.
So Trent was getting heavily criticized first half.
Like,
For defending. What do you think?
don't get me wrong, it was woeful defending. Like some of those over the top balls, he was he was ball watching. Like it
He
was
was,
under
yeah,
13 stuff, some of it. But again, like it doesn't have no standing on him as a player. Like we know, like the fullbacks, you don't have to defend. Like the same way Cancelo gets all the praise in the world, we were just saying it. His defensive frailties are worse.
yeah,
They're worse. Like Trent has actually got better as a defender. It's just that in these big games, it's very very fine margins. You cannot afford to ball watch. One
yeah,
ball watch and a goal will go in. Like you even see like Fabinho made a foul and then you kind of just you should have fouled again. Really, it's four
yeah,
minutes into the game. Like you shouldn't let KDB just run off you like that. You should have
yeah,
fouled again. Those fine margins are what cost you. But I guess the criticism you can say he deserves it to a degree, but it shouldn't have any impact on people's standing of him, or people shouldn't use that to say someone else is better.
yeah,
Because if you're saying that going forward, the guy is damn near 10 going forward. It's close to a 10.
yeah. You could see how much Liverpool missed him attacking me today. Like he
Yeah.
still set up their first goal, but in terms of
Yeah.
general play, you saw how like if Trent is not allowed to go forward, which City kind of stopped in a
Hmm.
way.
Yeah.
No offense, no lie. Henderson just becomes useless.
Yeah. Like
Because
the
what
thing
did
with
he
Henderson,
say?
not much. He's just a
Oh,
body. Like
the
I guess
body.
he kind of, I guess he sets the tone. He's a good captain. I can't take
He's a
that
good
away from him.
captain. Yeah, yeah,
Like he sets the tone in terms of like pressing and stuff like that. Like in times it was a bit unnecessary, but I get it. Like it gets people
Yeah, yeah,
going.
yeah.
Like you're running past someone where you don't really need to do it. Like you
I know the
press
way to tell you,
and then
bro.
you ran back to your position. It's like, bro, against City, you can't really do that because if you press out of sync, then it's easier for them to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but I get it at the same time. Like, but with him, like I think he forgets his first name is Jordan a lot of the time, man. Your your name ain't Thiago Alcantara, or
some
whatever
of the
you want to
passes
say.
Henderson was trying, just
It's like, bro, this isn't for you. Like
this
you're
ain't, bro.
yeah, like your role in the team is your role in the team. Like, don't get me wrong, like you're still a professional footballer. There's still passes you can make, but out of like 10, I'm not expecting you to make this difficult pass seven,
Yeah,
8 times out of 10. Whereas Thiago, that's his game. Like that crossfield ball for the first goal, or what ended up being the first goal, that's ridiculous. Like that's
yeah,
a ridiculous crossfield ball.
it was
He's
mad on
falling.
the
Like he
run.
fell down after he played it.
Yeah, like on the run. No, that pass was special,
It's
man. Like
ridiculous, ridiculous.
ridiculous, ridiculous.
And
But yeah, man.
yeah,
Like
man.
also overall,
Yeah.
um, just to wrap up, who would you say the point is better for?
Me, I would say City, man. Like I guess if you're City, you'd be confident you wouldn't drop points. And we've seen them in the past go on 11, 10 game winning streaks, like no draws. It's
Yeah,
just wins.
yeah,
So you're saying that to them, they would be happy with the draw because it's still in their destiny. Like Liverpool, it could be considered a chance missed, even though it's a very, very hard game. To me, that game was evenly balanced. Don't get me wrong. Like City always gonna outpass you. That's what they do. But like, I don't know if you talked about this already. I think Jota scored. Don't get me wrong; like he did his job as far as a goal, but just those fine margins, you realize that all right, you're a very good goal scorer, but your general play has to improve.
has to.
And because if it doesn't, Mane will become that number 9.
Mm,
It won't even be like Firmino could be gone this summer. I don't know,
he
but
could.
yeah, like Jota is like there was a few times where like I think the Salah played a pass, Trent played a pass, and it's like right, if you have a good first touch here, you can get a shot off, and
Yeah,
with your shots, you're likely to score. So like there was 2 or 3 of those moments, and just general play where like if you just like there was one thing where I think he had Mane to the left, Salah to the right, and he ended up overcooking the pass, and it's just
yeah,
like bro, like if you just take your time and read the room, like there's goals here. Like because
yeah,
don't get me wrong, as shaky as Liverpool were at the back, City weren't much better.
yeah, yeah.
Like, they
I
really
agree.
weren't.
I agree. That's the thing, and like, yeah, it's a funny one because obviously I've spoken on Jota, and I thought, like you said, he
Hmm.
got it. Well, I thought his all around game was atrocious.
Hmm.
Uh, in terms of so many basic elements of the game, he was lacking. And like you said,
Hmm.
if he doesn't step up, Mane, if he goes on like a 2-3 game drought, Mane will go
Hmm.
up top, they'll put Diaz on the left, and then Jota is not back in the team. He ain't coming back in.
Yeah,
Um,
like he'll be a first sub, but
he'll be a
like
first sub,
his
yeah.
but based off his goals this season, he would be hoping that he's gonna break into that team full time. Like,
Exactly.
and if you don't improve those fine margins as a number 9 and to Liverpool's general play, then it's gonna affect you because your touch has to be sharper, closer to your body. Like it shouldn't escape you.
Yeah,
Like it just
exactly.
shouldn't.
Exactly.
Um. So
Exactly.
yeah, man.
But yeah, no,
I'd agree.
I think yeah, I see your point on City. The point being better for City. I do think
Mm.
as well. It's not a bad point for Liverpool because really they should have lost if we're being honest.
Yeah, but go by the last chance. Definitely, they should have lost.
By the last chance, definitely. But if you remember, Jesus had one he shot at the near post. De Bruyne had one first half where he shot at the near post. Cancelo
Yeah,
was in the first half. Jesus had one cleared off the line.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There
You're right.
was the first half one where Rodri's simple header across the stones tapping, and he over
Sterling.
Sterling's tapping, Sterling's offside goal, which was I don't know that was high. That
It's
was
close.
Morris in the post with a free kick,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Oh yeah,
and
there was
then,
a lot.
and then Morris missed the chance at the end, bro. That's 10 instances where
Yeah,
that's
they're clear cut near enough.
yeah, half of them are
Uh,
almost clear cut. So I think
yeah,
I think City's running. I think they go Wolves away next, which is tough. That's a
that's a hard game, man.
I can't
Wolves are
lie.
not for play.
Yeah, and then after that, City have Brighton home, Watford home, Leeds away, and then Newcastle at home. So you see those four as
They should
they'll
win those.
so if they win the Wolves one, they set themselves up great because I know that Liverpool. Let me check their running because everyone says that Liverpool's running is harder. So I know Liverpool. They've got United at home next. It's not really hard. I mean, right now, if we're being honest, that's
Liverpool
United.
United. You know what? Derby games are weird, man. I don't even like calling derby games because United can be trash, and then all of a sudden they
Just
go
turn up.
into a derby game and go and win.
Yeah. So they got United at home, then Everton
Mm,
home. Newcastle always
mm,
tough.
mm.
Spurs at home, that's tough.
That's a hard game.
Villa away is probably easy. Southampton away, again, Southampton away is, boy,
That's a weird game again. Like, because normally they're a tricky team. Like, I guess Saturday was, I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened. They have one of those games this season.
Yeah, like, what was it 9-0 last season?
Yeah,
Oh,
98 the year before that, and then this year 6-0.
goodness me. Like, it was, I think, because I was looking at my fantasy team, before I knew it was like 4-0. It's been like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was 4-0
Like,
in
how are you
30.
4-0 down in 30 minutes?
Bro, it was mad still. It was mad. But yeah, man. So, okay. All right. So, before we leave, just a quick question for you, Jeff. Who's winning the league?
Yeah, City. I'm going to stick with my
City?
original answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't lie. I've got a bad feeling Liverpool are going to win it. I just
You
have this.
reckon?
I have this feeling that there's City will slip up once, and for some reason, I think Liverpool might win all their games. That's a tough ask, though. Fuck.
Hey, the worst thing is it's possible. All this game showed me is that the rest of the teams have got a lot of work to do. The
Yeah.
difference between City, Liverpool, and just look at third, Chelsea. I'm talking about on a season basis.
Yeah.
There's a big gap.
It's a big
Like,
gap.
like don't get me wrong. Like Chelsea seems to have recovered from their weird week. Like that was a weird week. Like
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, they haven't been playing well, but to lose 4-1 and then 3-1, that's not really a Chelsea thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just look at like the quality of their teams, just in like performance week in, week out,
Yeah.
hey, there's about a 21 point difference
There is.
in quality.
There is 100%. 100%. So, yeah, man.
It's a big, yeah.
It was a mad game still, mad game.
Mm,
But yeah, obviously people smash the likes. We just wanted to do a quick match reaction for you on the big game, but we're going to be on tomorrow, obviously, to look at the whole weekend, not just the City game, but also obviously Arsenal lost at home. We'll touch on that, Jeff.
yeah.
Spurs slapped Villa away. They're looking on fire. Man United are just banter right now. Um, and yeah, and even maybe we can even touch on relegation because boy, Everton looked in trouble. Now they beat United, Burnley lost to Norwich, and all of a sudden, boy,
That race is gonna be just as exciting as the City Liverpool
title,
race.
yeah, I agree. Even the title battle for top four, I hope will be interesting. But
Yeah, like we're gonna touch on it tomorrow, but it's not over. I'll tell you that.
yeah, it's not
It's
over.
it's that race is a mess. Like I think we said like earlier in the season, whoever gets that could have lost 10, 11 games.
Oh,
It's definitely gonna happen.
Arsenal and Spurs have already lost 10.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's a
Oh,
mess. Like and Spurs' good form. Doherty's injured. Let's see how it affects it. But we'll
yeah,
speak about it more tomorrow.
yeah, we'll speak about it more tomorrow. But in the meantime, people smash the likes, leave a comment, subscribe to RBT, and we're back tomorrow at the usual time. So yeah, people, peace out and have a good Sunday evening. Take care. Peace.
Love.